Howdy, welcome back to the homestead. Today we're going to try to get this garden in hand and give you an update on everything. So a couple of weeks ago, went on vacation, and while I was gone, these tomatoes grew like crazy, and now I'm fighting a losing battle trying to get them all tied up and pruned a little bit, but figured I'd take you along for the ride. It may not be the most interesting thing, but maybe you'll learn something. Maybe I can make it a little entertaining. So there's really only two main characteristics that you want in your tomato ties. You want something that's man-made material so it won't rot in the weather, and you want something that's big around, you know, fat and soft, kind of like me, fat and soft, so it won't put too much pressure on one point and break your vine or cut into it as it moves back and forth in the wind. And paracord fits both of those, and it's cheap. It's a little over $4 for 50 feet at Walmart, and it works just fine. So let me figure out one of these to tie up, and I'll show you how I like to do it. As you can tell, I've already started working on this one. Oh man, it's a mess. It's a mess, just a mess. Alright, we'll just get the two longest pieces here, and I think I'm going to do this one different than I did the last one. This last one, I tied a pressing knot onto the stake, which I'll do that again with this one because it's the best knot for tying to the stake, but I'm going to tie to the plant a little different. So take me 18-20 inches, cut it there. Use my scissors. These are the scissors I bought for butchering the quail last year. I really like these scissors. They're Garrier brand, and they're really good quality scissors. I use them out here in the garden. I do recommend, if you're pruning, use scissors or pruning shears. Don't just break the plants, because if you break this, the bottom of this leaf here is going to pull fibers off of the main stem, and that is a much more difficult thing for the plant to heal over than if you just shear it off straight. So I do recommend that. Now, I also recommend not letting your tomatoes get this far before you prune them. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I was on vacation for a week, and they grew a lot, and they've grown for 2 weeks since then, because I got so far behind on stuff by being gone a week that I'm just now getting around to it. That's why I haven't made very many videos over the last 3 weeks, is because I went on vacation and I got a week behind, and I've been playing catch up. So, but I'll give you, this video is going to be an update on all that. I don't want it to ramble on. Just wanted to show this because I didn't want it to be just me talking and telling you what I've done. So anyway, we'll go ahead and tie our pressing knot. Now the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to fold this in half and go around the stake, take your two tag ends and go in the middle, and then keep keep that profile and pull it tight. Now what that does is, if I pull on these two tag ends, I can pull any way and it won't move. But if I move this knot, I can slide it up and down. So that's why I say that's the best knot for tying two tomato stakes. It's also, if you like hammock camping, a good knot to learn. Now I could pull it down here and get slack to tie this up, and then on this side, I said I was going to do it different than the last one, but this is the same way I did the last one. I'm just tying a square knot, and then you can slide it back up, and there we go. Now I'm just going to continue to work on this, and you know, I will lose some flowering heads. This one here, I've already lost some tomatoes off of it, or tomatoes, whatever you want to call them. These are cherry tomatoes, but where I'm from we call cherry tomatoes tomatoes. But this plant will recover, and it will produce more in the long run by doing this. All of these tomatoes that I have planted this year are indeterminate varieties, which means that they continue to grow and continue to produce fruit throughout the growing season. So we've already got some fruit off of this, ripe fruit, and we have flowering buds on here. Now a determinate variety, all of the fruit sets on and ripens at the same time, not, you know, within a few days, but you typically, with a determinate variety, you only get one crop. There are some exceptions to that, like celebrity tomatoes. They're a determinate, but you can get 2 crops a year in some places from them. That's what they grow a lot of in Granger County, Tennessee. If you ever get Granger County tomatoes from the supermarket, best tomatoes in the world, other than homegrown tomatoes, of course. But a lot of those are celebrity variety for that reason, or at least I've been told. Don't quote me on that. I've been told that a lot of them are celebrities. But I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll bring you back when I get done, and we'll just go over the entire garden and give you an update on it and the animals, and update on everything. All right, it's done, and I'm just going to take you on a walkthrough of the garden, and I'm going to try to do this as steady-handed as I can. I'm using the tripod to help me balance, but from moving from place to place, it might get a little shaky. So sorry about that. So first off, we have this tomato. I think this was a better boy. It is completely washed off of the stick, so I don't know what it is. But I planted three tomatoes in containers, and this is the only one that's still alive, and it's kind of stunted and nowhere near as beautiful and lush as the other ones, but it is growing, and it has one tomato on it and a few flowers. It's not quite ready to tie up yet, but I did prune it a little bit. And then the cucumbers, these were the bush cucumbers that I got from Tractor Supply. You can see in the pot on the left, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants in that one, and 1 plant in this one. And these other 2 pots, I planted a bunch in them too. I planted a lot of seed, but those 6 plants are the only ones that came up. Now, if you're looking at this sad looking tomato plant, well, that's one of my cuttings that I cut off of the big tomato plants. I just put it in there to see if it would survive. I watered it, and that's just part of an experiment. Because I know you can root your suckers, but I don't really know how to do it. Could have looked it up, but I just wanted to experiment because I've got plenty of tomato plants, so it really don't matter to me if it takes or not. I'm just doing it for the fun of it. And I'll show you the other 2 that I've got down at the other end of the garden. So I can't see. Okay, there. So my tomatoes, you can see all of them. Got them tied up. You can see on this cherry tomato here, even though I did lose probably a dozen cherry tomatoes or more in pruning. Excuse me, a lot of pollen today. Even though I did lose some pruning, there's still probably 60 or 70 on that plant. I know you probably can't see them all from this angle, but trust me, there's a bunch on there, a bunch of flowers and a bunch of tomatoes, tomatos. But all of them have some fruit on them, but now those fruits will have a better chance because the plant's not putting all that energy into unneeded foliage, and we can concentrate the plant's energy into 1 or 2 main stems. So that's what I try to do with all of them. And around the bottom, it looks like I've kind of butchered them, but actually that's what you want to do with tomatoes. You want to cut around the bottom where the leaves don't touch the ground. I can see one there I missed on that one, but yeah, you don't want any of the bottom leaves touching the ground. That one I didn't have any touching the ground, but that pole was bending, so I might have to put another stake in for that one. Oh, speaking of that, on back over here on this tomato, I'm just going to call it tomatoes from now on. I'm not going to explain that it's a cherry tomato and all that. On this tomato, I really like tomatoes, so as you can see, it's got 2 stakes. Just took half of it and excuse me, allergies, man, killing me. But I took half of it onto another stake because I really like tomatoes. They're my favorite to have in salad and just to eat. My wife complains because I eat most of them out here in the garden, don't bring them in the house. But yeah, I did that with this one. I didn't do it with the other tomato down at the other end. But here is our one of our giant Marconis. And excuse the shaky camera for a second. I'm going to have to take you off the tripod to show you this. This is what the pepper looks like, and it's not nearly finished growing. It will get quite a bit bigger around than that and continue to grow in length. But that's why these are called the giant Marconis, because they are giant. It's got some straggler tomato vines on it. But we've got that one. I'm going to put you back on the tripod. I'm too shaky. But I'll try to bend you over to get it close up. So that is one of our hot banana pepper plants. And these here are bush beans. Planted quite a few of them, but not a lot of them came up. But the ones that did come up are pretty thick, and I think more would have came up there, but that zucchini kind of shaded them out. I just pruned that zucchini. I pruned all the zucchini. I've never pruned zucchini before, but I'll watch the video talking about how that will help them from getting leaf mold, because it lets air pass through, and it also makes the flowers more visible to pollinators. So I don't know, we'll see. We've already ate I think 5 or 6 zucchini, and we got a couple more in there on the counter. So yeah, the zucchini's doing great. It's just the 3 plants. The 4th one got shaded out, and it's I think I might have pulled it up, but because it was all brown, and I didn't want it getting fungus and spreading it. But anyway, peppers. These 2 here in the middle are this one here and that one there, are California Gold, and they have been stunted because they got covered up by the tomato plants. But as you can see, that one there has a pepper on it, so they're still producing. But here's the zucchini up close. You can see that there's some 2 on that one, and this I think is 2 plants together, but there's one there. I trimmed a lot off of these because they were really overlapping, and that guy said in the video to keep them from overlapping. I think I planted them too close together. But you can see there's a couple zucchini in there. And this is another hot banana pepper. And this is the other California Gold. I need to just move this. I don't know. I grew California Golds last year and they didn't do very good. Maybe it's just where I live is not good for them. I don't know. But this is the other giant Marconi. You can see it's got a big pepper on it. And this bucket, this is another one of the trimmings that I tried to get to root. I just stuck it down in the bucket. And I don't know, it's kind of bubbling. It may be doing something, but it's really wilted. And this is another one. I poured 3 buckets of water there. And this pepper plant, I should have picked those peppers off of it, but something got in this and dug around and dug this pepper up. And I did have another pepper and a tomato in here, and both of them died. But I might still dehydrate that. It don't look too rotten. I don't know. But this is the other hot banana pepper. It is doing great in this here. And these banana peppers, man, they are hot, hot, hot. And the jalapenos I had last year were very hot. So I think there's a member of my church was saying that if you have high acid, highly acidic soil, that it makes them more hotter, and it makes tomatoes more acidic. So I don't know, maybe that's true. But one more thing here to show you in the garden. So this tomato here didn't make it. I planted 3 tomato plants there, and all 3 of them have died within a couple of days of being planted. Don't know what's different. Dad said maybe there was a cutworm down in there. I don't know. But this cutting here that's all withered up was attached to that tomato plant back there, and I was gonna but it has roots growing out of it, so I was gonna leave it rooted over there but train it over here to this stake. But I should have not cut it off of that main root system, because once I did, it started withering immediately. So, and this Roma tomato, it's kind of stunted because it got overshadowed by these in front of it, but it's still producing fruit and growing good. I'm happy with it, but it is smaller than the other ones in this bed. So one last thing, I'm going to take you over to the goat pen, and we'll talk about what's happening over there, and that'll be the end of this rambly video. Well, there's shade and a seat here, so I will talk to you from here. You might have noticed that I said goat pen and I didn't say chicken lot. That's because there's not any chickens in there anymore. Excuse me. We got rid of all the chickens that were in there, except for one. Hope wanted to keep one of the Henriettas. But in front of me, we have a chicken tractor that has 9 chickens. I think I made a video about that. I don't remember if I ever posted it or not, though. Oh no, I didn't, because the audio wasn't right. I've had so much bad luck with audio and video stuff, but we have up and coming chickens, all hens. We don't have any roosters anymore. So we've got the 9. We got those on sale at Tractor Supply, or at Rural King, for $1 a piece, and they are 3 months old now, I think, maybe 4. I don't know. I'm bad with time. But so we got 10 hens now. We got those 9 and the 1 Henrietta that we kept. And we have 7 guineas left. We sold a couple of those. And we got the goats. So that's where we're at there. And well, I'll save that for another video. It's big news, but I'll save that for another video. Wait for that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you made it this far into my rambly video, you should be subscribed, because if you could put up with me for this long, you must like my personality or something about me, because I know it's not for my intelligence, because I'm stupid. But I better not say that. My wife will get mad. She don't like when I say stupid. But if you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I've got 140 subscribers right now at the time I'm filming this, and it's been a struggle getting here. You know, it's been over a year that I've been making these videos, and I'm gonna quit rambling. Just subscribe and share these videos. The guineas are going crazy every time. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.